November 2022. Cryptocurrency markets are reeling from a brutal bear market. Investors desperately seek platforms they can trust as digital assets lose trillions in value. At the center of it all stands a disheveled 30-year-old in cargo shorts, running the world's second largest crypto exchange from a luxury penthouse. In just 120 hours, this $32 billion financial empire would completely evaporate, exposing an $8 billion hole in customer funds and revealing that one of the most trusted names in crypto was actually an elaborate house of cards. This isn't just another fraud story, it's a masterclass in how sophisticated marketing techniques can be weaponized to build trust at scale, and what every entrepreneur can learn from both the brilliant strategies and the catastrophic mistakes. Now, to grasp how Sam Bankman-Fried constructed the most sophisticated financial mirage in recent history, we must examine the origins. Let's rewind. 2017. Cryptocurrency mania grips the globe. ICOs mint overnight fortunes. At elite trading firm Jane Street Capital, a physics PhD observes these wild digital markets with calculated interest. Sam Bankman-Fried spent years as another face in quantitative finance until recognizing massive arbitrage gaps between global crypto exchanges. According to CoinDesk 2019 analysis, Bitcoin regularly traded with 10 to 15% price differences between Asian and Western markets. Bankman-Fried realized Bitcoin costs $500 more in Seoul than in San Francisco. Then he realized nobody's properly bridging these price differences, and finally he thought, what if I built the most trustworthy crypto platform and became the moral voice in this chaotic industry? What unfolds next demonstrates how modern reputation can be engineered with surgical precision. Rather than copying existing crypto playbooks, Sam Bankman-Fried executed 3 moves that seem completely counterintuitive. Move 1. Embrace effective altruism, a utilitarian philosophy about maximizing global welfare. Move 2. Publicly pledge to donate his entire fortune to charitable causes. And move 3. Position FTX as the adult supervision crypto desperately needed. Hold on. A crypto mogul promising to give everything away, someone actually wanting regulatory oversight in this space, these choices defy every libertarian principle that the crypto world was built on. Marketing insight number 1. When lacking institutional credibility, manufacture moral credibility. This insight reveals Bankman-Fried's psychological sophistication. Unable to match Coinbase's regulatory relationships or Binance's trading volume, he carved out an entirely different territory: ethical superiority. Examine these calculated design choices: minimalist interface suggesting sophistication, compliance-first messaging, charitable commitment announcements, each element meticulously crafted to project responsibility in an industry synonymous with speculation and scams. We're not trying to be another crypto exchange, we're trying to be the crypto exchange that your financial advisor would recommend, Sam Bankman-Fried in his 2021 Bloomberg interview. He literally architected trust as a product feature, and market psychology proved him absolutely correct. But here's the crucial lesson for legitimate businesses. This approach works because people desperately want to believe in ethical leadership. The tragedy is when the trust gets exploited rather than honored. Establishing moral authority was merely phase 1. FTX required mainstream American acceptance to achieve true market dominance. Rather than targeting crypto enthusiasts, Bankman-Fried orchestrated an unprecedented cultural infiltration campaign focused on traditional American institutions. The targeting was done with surgical precision. According to Sports Business Journal's analysis, they acquired the naming rights to the Miami Heat Stadium, worth $135 million. They ran a Super Bowl advertising campaign featuring Larry David for $6.5 million. They acquired exclusive rights to all of the MLB Empire uniform patches across 2,430 regular season games. They created a partnership worth over $100 million with Mercedes for their Formula One team, and they paid for multiple celebrity endorsements from Tom Brady, Gisele Bündchen, and Steph Curry. These weren't random marketing buys. Each placement reached audiences who equate sports sponsorships with corporate legitimacy. When mainstream America sees FTX on their favorite quarterback's helmet, suspicion transforms into trust. Marketing insight number 2. Cultural infiltration beats industry acceptance. Marketing research firm Cantor's 2022 study found that sports sponsorships increase consumer trust scores by an average of 23% for financial service companies. FTX's strategy explicitly targeted trust building over direct conversion. This wasn't advertising, this was systematic trust engineering through cultural association. The lesson for entrepreneurs: mainstream credibility often carries more weight than industry recognition, but it must be backed by substance. Yet Bankman-Fried's most ingenious move involved leveraging complexity itself as a competitive advantage. Marketing insight number 3. In technical industries, perceived expertise trumps actual competence temporarily. While competitors argued about transaction speeds and blockchain architecture, FTX focused on something far more valuable: positioning their founder as the industry's intellectual authority. According to media monitoring firm Critical Mention, Bankman-Fried appeared on major financial news networks 127 times in 2021 alone. The narrative became Sam Bankman-Fried was a quantitative genius who had solved crypto arbitrage, lived frugally despite massive wealth, and planned charitable initiatives worth billions. Notice the stark contrast. Traditional crypto leaders discuss revolutionary technology and financial disruption, language that signals risk and uncertainty. Bankman-Fried spoke about responsible growth and sustainable wealth creation. And here's the marketing numbers on FTX. Public trust metrics, FTX ranked number 2 among major platforms. Institutional adoption rate, 250% annual growth rate. Media sentiment analysis, 78% positive coverage versus the industry average of 31%. And finally, the Google search trends, FTX safe searches increased 450% in 2021. By late 2021, FTX was processing over $10 billion daily, while most users remain completely ignorant of the platform's actual risk management practices. The critical insight here: technical credibility can be manufactured through consistent messaging, but authentic expertise requires genuine substance. 2021 also marked Bankman-Fried's most audacious gambit, securing endorsements from the world's most prestigious investment institutions. These backing announcements became FTX's ultimate credibility weapons. Every media interview, congressional appearance, and investor presentation highlighted these blue-chip endorsements as proof of fundamental soundness. And here are the metrics FTX was able to achieve. $420 million in Series B funding, a $32 billion peak market valuation in January of 2022. Their lead investors, Sequoia Capital, BlackRock, SoftBank Vision Fund, and Tiger Global, a $1.2 billion annual marketing expenditure, and an 85% positive sentiment in financial press coverage. This approach revolutionizes traditional credibility building timelines. Instead of proving reliability through decades of consistent performance, FTX manufactured instant legitimacy via investor validation and moral theater. Consider the timeline. The company was founded in 2019, they achieved unicorn status by 2021, they were a global household name by 2022, we were witnessing credibility compression on an unprecedented scale. Marketing insight number 4, prestigious backing substitutes for proven track records, but can't replace fundamental integrity. Here's what Sequoia Capital partner Alfred Lin later wrote. "We got seduced by the growth metrics and Sam Bankman-Fried's public persona. Our due diligence focused on market opportunity rather than operational fundamentals." The lesson for entrepreneurs: investor validation is powerful, but sustainable success requires operational excellence, not just compelling narratives. All previous efforts culminated into FTX's final strategic breakthrough: complete mainstream cultural acceptance. 2022 witnessed FTX achieving something no crypto platform had done before: genuine mainstream legitimacy through celebrity advocacy and sports integration. According to celebrity intelligence firm Clear's analysis, FTX's celebrity partnerships generated over 847 million social media impressions in 2022 alone. The genius lay not just in paid sponsorships, but in converting celebrities into authentic advocates who personally invested and publicly endorsed the platform. By mid-2022, FTX had transcended the idea that they were a mere financial service provider. FTX became a cultural shorthand for responsible crypto investing and smart money management. And here's the timeline from FTX. 2019, initial venture capital validation. 2020, institutional partnership development. 2021, celebrity investor recruitment. 2022, complete mainstream cultural acceptance. And November 22, total systematic collapse. Here's the terrifying reality. Throughout this entire reputation building process, bankruptcy court's filings later revealed FTX operated with an $8.7 billion deficit, using customer deposits to cover Alameda Research trading losses and fund extravagant personal expenses. Marketing insight number 5. Aggressive marketing can temporarily mask fundamental operational failures, but reality always wins in the long run. District of Delaware bankruptcy court documents state FTX had virtually no corporate controls, unreliable financial statements, and commingled customer and corporate funds. But how did this $32 billion empire actually collapse? It's simpler than you think. FTX was supposed to be like a bank for crypto. Customers deposit money, FTX keeps it safe, but court documents revealed Bankman-Fried was secretly lending customers' deposits to his trading company, Alameda Research. When corporate markets crashed in 2022, Alameda lost billions. Suddenly, when customers wanted their money back, FTX couldn't return it because it was already gone. The sophisticated marketing machine couldn't hide a basic math problem. They owed $8.7 billion they didn't have. One leaked balance sheet, a few worried tweets, and within 5 days, the trust that had taken years to build disappeared forever. no amount of celebrity endorsements could solve insolvency. FTX's spectacular rise and catastrophic fall teaches us 5 critical lessons about modern reputation engineering, along with stark warnings about their potential consequences. Number 1. Manufacturing moral authority without institutional credentials. FTX positioned itself as ethically superior through philosophical alignment rather than regulatory compliance history. For legitimate businesses, authentic value-based marketing works, but values must be genuinely lived, not just proclaimed. Ask yourself, what core values does your business actually embody? Number 2. Cultural infiltration over industry recognition. FTX prioritized mainstream American acceptance through sports partnerships rather than crypto community respect. The lesson: mainstream credibility accelerates growth, but industry expertise ensures sustainability. Ask yourself, are you focusing too much on impressing outsiders while neglecting your core industry community? Number 3. Founder mythology over technical differentiation. FTX built around Bankman-Fried's personal intellectual brand rather than platform capabilities. The key insight here: personal brands are powerful but fragile. Diversify your credibility sources. Ask yourself, is your business too dependent on your personal brand? Number 4. Investor prestige as credibility acceleration. FTX leveraged venture capital endorsements to shortcut traditional trust building processes. The warning: investor validation opens doors, but operational excellence keeps them open. Ask yourself, are you using external validation as a substitute for building genuine competence? And number 5, marketing expenditure as stability signaling. FTX used massive advertising budgets to project success while fundamental business operations deteriorated. The critical lesson here: marketing should amplify genuine strengths, not mask fundamental weaknesses. Ask yourself, is your marketing spend proportional to your actual business fundamentals? And here's the final stats from FTX. Their peak valuation, $32 billion in September 2022. The customer fund deficit, $8.7 billion, and that's court verified. The collapse timeline, just 5 days, November 6th to the 11th of 2022. And the founder sentence, 25 years in federal prison. And finally, the sentence for Sam Bankman-Fried, 25 years in a federal prison. FTX demonstrates both the incredible power and terrifying danger of modern perception management technologies. They prove that sophisticated reputation engineering can generate trust and legitimacy at unprecedented speed, while simultaneously showing how completely this can disconnect from underlying reality. The marketing was so sophisticated that even sophisticated investors got fooled. This wasn't just fraud, it was fraud disguised as virtue. Matt Levine on the Bloomberg Opinion in November of 2022. For entrepreneurs watching this, the FTX strategies we analyze today can be powerful tools for legitimate businesses. Moral positioning, mainstream validation, founder branding, prestigious partnerships, and strategic marketing, all of these work, but they must be built on a foundation of genuine operational excellence and authentic values. The next time you encounter a startup with celebrity endorsements and massive marketing campaigns, ask yourself, am I seeing sophisticated business development or sophisticated perception management covering fundamental flaws? Now, if you like this deep dive into FTX's marketing empire, hit that like button and subscribe to the Philosophy of Marketing. But before you go, I want to hear your take. Do you think Sam Bankman-Fried's actions were deliberate fraud from the beginning, or do you believe he was an ambitious entrepreneur who got in over his head and made increasingly desperate decisions? Was all of this calculated deception or dangerous delusion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and while you're there, tell me which other business rise and fall stories should we analyze next. And remember, authentic marketing builds lasting relationships. Manipulative marketing builds beautiful disasters, but the techniques themselves can be forces for good when applied with integrity.